All right, guys, we're back. So today we're talking about different types of real estate market, and it's really important to understand the types of real estate market. So first, we're going to dive into what's called a buyer's market. A buyer's market is really simple. It's a market condition in which there's more properties available than there is demand for it. So just think of supply and demand with these scenarios, and the imbalance of supply to demand tends to favor the buyer's outcomes, right? So buyers might see more closing costs. Buyers might see, they're able to negotiate down deals better. And typically you see high inventory. So there's something called the inventory level, the inventory level in terms of the absorption rate of the market. So how fast does it take, if we didn't add any more inventory to the market, would it take to sell houses? And when you see that number being longer in terms of months, then it's generally meaning that you're in a buyer's market, and a buyer's market will have high inventory. So buyers will have more options to choose from. As a real estate investor, you have really you could pick the cream of the crop essentially and be able to negotiate. You would have more options to send out more offers and that kind of thing. Slower sales. Another thing we see in a buyer's market are slower sales. Sales take longer. Instead of, homes flying off the market in 2 weeks or 1 week or 2 days or 24 hours, we're seeing things stay on the market for 30 to 60 days, and that would be normal. Now, there's an interesting part here when a market is shifting, where people start getting antsy. And let's say it's shifting into a buyer's market from a seller's market, and things are starting to stay on the market where it was once at, call it 2 weeks, and now it's starting to shift to 30 days. Well, in that transition, sellers are kind of scared, so you could also get opportunities in those markets as well. Prices tend to go down, so you will see, when you're looking at the graphs over, on Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae or even MLS data, you will see the graph in terms of sales price starting trending down. You will see also inventory increasing versus it decreasing. You do have a strong negotiating power in a buyer's market. Buyer's market are great for buyers, not sellers. So it's really important to understand as a real estate investor what type of market you're in. So you have to look at the data, you have to look at what the market's doing, see if there's inventory increases, see if there's price decreases or increases, because decreasing prices and increasing inventory shows that you're in a buyer's market. Things will start staying on the market longer. So make sure you're looking at days on market. That's huge. That's probably one of the most leading indicators. And I'll be talking about leading indicators and lagging indicators. But remember, leading indicators are days on market. Your lagging indicator would be sales price. But when you look at the data ahead of it and you see where they're at right now in present time, it gives you a better advantage as a real estate investor to make those offers and start really just bringing in, really great properties. Because, when people are selling, you need to be buying. When people are buying, you need to be selling. The other thing too is competitive mortgage rates. So in a buyer's market, what causes it to have more of the competitive advantage for a buyer is really the mortgage rates. So typically, what we've seen in the past is mortgage rates have been higher, but we've seen sellers be able to buy down the rates on behalf of buyers. So you can negotiate the sellers and say, hey, I need you guys to pay 3 points on my mortgage to buy down the rate, because I'm not buying this unless you buy down the rate. So there could be a lot of options there for you as a buyer and as a real estate investor to really buy properties. And right now it's really hard to find buyer's market in the U.S. Most of them you want to stay out of. But remember that caution yourself and do research on the laws and really the types of properties that you're getting into. All right, I'll see you guys on the next video.